Hello everybody, found a Richie with the last video of 2018. This Peroni's for you. There's a story behind this video. I'm going to show all my Sub Pop 7 inches. I was going to do a video, show my record collection of Peel, but I couldn't find the first single. And I was going through all the singles, and I was saying, there's some pretty cool ones. So I ended up making 2 videos showing 7 inches. If you haven't seen them, go back. There's some very cool 7 inches there. But as I was going through them, I realized, I always knew it, but I have a lot of Sub Pop 7 inches. And they're very cool records. So I thought I'm going to make a third 7 inch video, and it's going to be all my Sub Pop stuff. Now, I've heard the metal theologian say a few times, he's mentioned a few times his loyalty to labels. And I never really, considered that. But I must say, it's me in the late 80s and early 90s. That was true with Sub Pop and me. They were very consistent. Their releases were very consistent as far as quality and what I liked. So from there, we're going to just start. And the first one I bought, this is not the first one I bought. I'm going to go in chronological order that they're released. And this is Sub Pop 18. This is a Mudhoney. This is actually the second edition of this. And it's Touch Me, I'm Sick, backed with Sweet Young Thing, Ain't Sweet No More. Both classic Mudhoney songs. The side 2 is a slower song, but fantastic. This came out in 1988. And I listened to all these, and I rated them, and I rated this one a 5-star. And this is what the standard Sub Pop label looked like. Now this next one is the very first Sub Pop single I ever bought. And it's a split. And I bought it because of the Sonic Youth side. And they're doing Touch Me, I'm Sick, which is the Mudhoney song that was on this. And I had never heard of Mudhoney. On the other side was Mudhoney doing the Sonic Youth song Halloween. Fantastic. This is great. And this made me a Mudhoney fan right away. And that's when I bought that other one. But yeah, this is a Sub Pop 26. Also came out in 88. This is the Sonic Youth side. And in the Dead Wax it says Sonic Sex. And this is the Mudhoney side. And on the Mudhoney side it says Mud Slave. But yeah, fantastic. Now the third one is Les Thugs. It's a French band. Side 1 sounds like early punk, kind of like a Social Distortion or Bad Religion. Side 2 is just completely different. And this is Sub Pop 29, and this came out in 1989. And it's on that standard Sub Pop label. I hope these are in the frame because I don't want to have to redo this because there are quite a few. The next one is Mudhoney. This is Sub Pop 33. This also came out in 1989. And it's the You Got It, Keep It Out of My Face. Fantastic song by them. But side 2, man, Burn It Clean. That song rocks. And here's a picture of Mudhoney covered in mud. And again, the standard label. And this is Sub Pop 33. The next one is Sub Pop 37. And this is a split with Pussy Galore and Tad. Tad is doing Damaged 1. And it's really funny. He goes, "I'm damaged. Give me a sandwich." And Pussy Galore does Damage 2. And it's just the Pussy Galore is just a really lo-fi cover. But yeah, they're doing a Black Flag cover of Damage and Damage 1 and Damage 2. And again, it's on that Sub Pop, that standard label. Now this next one, another Mudhoney. This is Mudhoney 44A. I don't know if there's a 44B or not. And it's got This Gift, which is the first song on side 1 of their first full-length album, their second record. Side 2 is a non-album cut, Baby Help Me Forget. And again, it's on the standard Sub Pop. It's Sub Pop 44A. The next one here is Sub Pop 47. Again, a 1989 song. Skin Yard. Very cool. I hope that's coming out. The back photograph is really cool. Side 1 has heavy bass with distorted guitars. And side 2 is Watch. It's a really good song. And again, I don't need to take it out. It's that standard Sub Pop. The next one is The Dwarfs. This is Sub Pop 50. This also came out in 1989. And it's She's Dead. That is on Lucifer's Crank. And side 2 is Fuckhead. That's a non-album release. And this is, I believe, the first one that I got, which is part of the Sub Pop Singles Club. They used to, I guess, release a single a month. You could join this club. Let's see. Yes, I am lonely and I want to join your singles club. Here's my money. $35 for a full year and $20 for 6 months. I think you got 12 or 6 singles. I'm not really sure. I never did join it. But I believe every month they came out with I never did join it. I got all of these at Middle Earth Records, except for the last one. And again, Dwarfs on Sub Pop 50. And these are all 5-star records. I rated them with stars, and so far they're all 5 stars. This is Tad. This came out in 1989. With Loser. That song rocks. And then the other side is Cooking with Gas. Unhinged vocals on that. And they started releasing stuff on that same label, but they started releasing stuff on colored vinyl. Really cool clear green vinyl on this one. Now this next one is one of my favorites. It's L7. This is Sub Pop 58 from 1990. It's got Shove, backed with Packin' a Rod. Just 2 other great classic songs. Edition of 3000. Most of these are limited to, I don't know, about that amount. And it's on the standard Sub Pop label. And this one is also one of those Singles Club ones. Let me put this back. This next one is another one that's a favorite of mine. It's Dickless. This is Sub Pop 59. Also came out in 1990. Another 5-star single. Their version of I'm a Man. It's one of the best covers of that song I've ever heard in my life. And I'm not exaggerating. All female band. And this one also, it's got that Singles Club thing. And it came with this little insert. And again, it's on the standard Sub Pop label. Now this next one is another Mudhoney. It's Mudhoney. It's Sub Pop 63. This also came out in 1990. It's got You're Gone on it. This was recorded in Australia, this single. It's got You're Gone on it. And then side 2 has Thorn and You Make Me Die. And the song You Make Me Die has Billy Childish on guitar, singing. And it's just a straight up garage rock. And this one again is one of those Sub Pop singles. This is Sub Pop 63. I think I might have mentioned that. And it came on this label. Now, I saw this 7-inch in the store. I'd never seen it. So I bought it. Didn't realize it's the same single as this. The exact same single. This is just the Australian version on Agogo Records. It's Agogo and Sub Pop there. But yeah, fantastic. It's cool to have both of them. The next one is the Derelicts. This is Sub Pop 70. And really cool. They're on the cover with their dog. And this is a hardcore punk single. Most of the Sub Pop was really key in starting the grunge sound, actually. That's where Nirvana's first album is on Sub Pop. And here's the backside. Yeah, this is a straight up hardcore punk. And again, the Singles Club insert is getting a little bigger and it's on better stock paper. It's on that standard label, but it is on colored vinyl. It's like a turquoise blue. This next one's pretty cool. It's the Rollins Band. This is Sub Pop 72, and this also came out in 1990. The first side is I Know You. It's a spoken word. It's whatever, I listened to it once, and I don't think I had listened to it again until I listened to all these, because I couldn't remember actually how all of them sounded. So side 1, I Know You's probably been played twice. But the B-side, Earache My Eye, that's a Cheech and Chong cover from their very first movie. Fantastic. And at this time, these single things were actually attached. They were no longer an insert. And fittingly, this one's on pink vinyl with that same Sub Pop label. The next one is a band called Sister Ray. This is Sub Pop 75, and it came out in 1990 also. Pretty cool cover with this one, I think. This has a 70s punk feel. Even a Stooges feel to it. Really cool. 5-star. And it's the Sub Pop Singles Club thing is attached. And it's on black vinyl, and this is what the label looks like. That standard label. This next one is Unsane, Sub Pop 76. This is a grungy with a very muffled sound. It's grungy, but a very muffled sound. And this is the first one that I gave 4 stars to. And side 2 is actually recorded live. 4 stars is still a good single. And again, it's on that Sub Pop Singles Club. And this one's on black vinyl on that same label. The next one here is Sister Double Happiness. This is Sub Pop 77, and this also came out in 1990. Side 1 of this is pretty much a normal rock song, and side 2 is an acoustic song. I gave this a 4 stars, and it comes with that Singles Club, and It's on black vinyl, yes. And the Sub Pop label. This next one is Tad. This is Sub Pop 80. And this is a 5-star single. And it's Jinx backed with Pig Iron. This is just heavy. I mean, this is some heavy shit. The single thing. And it's on Sub Pop. And this one's on a white and very light blue. Very cool. This next one is a favorite of mine. The Dwarfs. This is Sub Pop 81. It's some of these you don't know where it's written at, but this one is right down here. Others are Sub Pop 81, 1980. I mean 1990 it came out. This was actually recorded in 1989. Side 1 is on those songs are from the Blood, Guts, and Pussy album. Side 2, I believe, is a non-album, but I believe they're on the CD. I could be wrong. And this one, it comes with that singles thing, but it also comes with a live shot of the band. Crotch shot. The guitar player didn't wear pants, I guess. And that's what the label looks like, and it's on black vinyl. Sub Pop. This next one's a Coffin Break. This is another one that's just very heavy. 5 stars. Just really heavy rock. And side 1 is Lies, and side 2 is Pray. And again, it's on that Singles Club. And it's on black vinyl on that Sub Pop label. The next one is another one of my favorites. It's Poison Idea. If you've watched some of my recent vinyl finds, I just bought a couple of their albums. And this is a single I've had for a while. Sub Pop 86. This also came out in 1990. Actually, I bought this at a record show maybe 2 years ago, now that I think about it. I did not buy this at Middle Earth Records. Great punk. Side 2 is a Go-Go's cover. We Got the Beat. Fantastic. And there they are. The biggest band in punk. And, of course, this might get boring, but it's on the Sub Pop Singles Club. It's on the same label, and it's on a turquoise blue. Now this next one is a pretty cool one. It's the Free Willin' Mark Arm, and it's a photo of, I think it's Mark Arm and his gal, taken at the same street where that Bob Dylan, unless it's photoshopped, I don't know, from that Bob Dylan, the Free Willin' Bob Dylan. This side 1 is a straight acoustic cover, but it ends with piano, drums, and a lot of feedback. And side 2 is a Bo Diddley song. But yeah, this is fantastic. Big 5 stars for this one. And let's see, I'm sure it's on the Sub Pop Singles Club. And guess what? It's on that turquoise. They must have had a lot of that turquoise vinyl in the plant. And we got One by Hole. Sub Pop 93. This came out in 1991. This is the first one all those others were 80, 89, 90. This is the first one I got, and it came out in 91. This is, side 1 is real slow and sludgy. Side 2 is, it's a better song, but it's like over 5 minutes long. So, I don't know. If you don't like the song, you're not gonna like it. And I gave this one 4 stars. And it's on this really, it's a weird color. It's not pink. It's not red. It's kind of clear too. The next one here is Thin White Rope. Now I definitely didn't remember how this sounded. This is Sub Pop 94, came out in 1991. Side 1 is noisy with a lot of feedback, kind of similar to a Mudhoney. Side 2 is live. This has very long songs. They're 5 minutes and 6 minute songs. And guess what? It's part of the Sub Pop Singles Club. And it's on that Sub Pop label. And I gave this one a 5 stars. Next one, no surprise, it's another Mudhoney. Sub Pop 95, came out in 1991. Side 1 is a Let It Slide. It's a great driving sound. And I believe it's on the album that has a similar cover to this. Side 2, Ounce of Deception. It's a great song. And Checkout Time is, I guess, an alternative version without organ. And it's a slower song, but really cool. 5 stars. All the Mudhoneys are 5 stars. And it's on black vinyl on that Sub Pop label. This next one is Urge Overkill. Sub Pop 109. This came out in 1991. And this is the first one I'm giving 3 stars to. Side 1, sloppy guitars, which I don't have a problem with. Everybody who watches my videos knows that. But the synthesizer ruins side 1. And to me, the vocals are just so-so. And this one is like this again with that Singles Club. It's on the label, that Sub Pop label, and it's with a really clear, translucent yellow. This one looks really cool. The yellow label and the yellow vinyl. The next one is The Gories, Sub Pop 134. This came out in 1991. Side 1 of this, I believe, is a Spinal Tap cover. I gave this a 4 stars. It's good. 4 stars is, great. 5 is excellent, but yeah, this is really cool. I didn't know who the Gories were when I got this, And this is on the Sub Pop label, and it's on a really nice clear red vinyl. This next one's a really cool one. It's the Monkey Wrench. And what this is a couple of members. It's Mark Arm and Steve Turner. I think 2 members from Mudhoney. And I believe Tim Kerr is from the Big Boys. And then Poison 13. This is really cool. Real bluesy. Side 1 is real bluesy. Mark Arm vocals. Side 2 is Cold Cold World. It's a faster song. And no organ. Out of Focus is a fuzzy Mudhoney sound. So again, we have probably an alternative take with no organ. They do have an album. I've never heard it. The Monkey Wrench. This next one is Billy Childish. This is Sub Pop 151. Came out in 1992. This is the first one that I picked up in 92. I gave this one a 5 star. And that back photo of the band is just really cool. Side 1 is a real bluesy version of Ballad of Hollis Brown, Bob Dylan's song. Fantastic. And let's see. Yeah, colored vinyl. This one's not transparent. Blue. Now this next one is another favorite of mine. Sick and Wrong. Sub Pop 156, and that's one heck of a cover. the two gals on this cover are the both vocalists, and the guy right here is the drummer. Side one is garage punk with very rough female vocals. Side two, I know the Ballad of Johnny Abortion. That's a really fast punk song. And it comes on this kind of a greenish tint. Almost a turquoise. It's a turquoise with a little greenish tint. And that's a 5-star. This one here is the Mono Man. Sub Pop 159. This came out in 1992. And this is a very garage sound. Side 2 is Comanche, the Link Ray song. And it's on blue Sub Pop label. I hope this isn't going too long. This next one is Big Damn. This is Sub Pop 173. Side 1 of this is grunge. And side 2, I believe it's a Big Black cover. I gave this one a 4 stars. And it's on that clear yellow. It looks really cool with the Sub Pop label. This next one is another one of my favorites. It's Anti-Scene. Sub Pop 174, 1992. Both songs are great. We Got This Far Without You, and then the B-side is We Will Not Remember You. Fantastic. Anti-Scene. And this one is on red, clear red vinyl. Now this next one is a weird one. My Assassin. This is pretty weird, and I gave this one 3 stars. It's completely different than all the other ones. It's on white. Max Gomez Love is the name of the song. The Wolverton Brothers, I guess, is the name of the band. I don't think I said. I guess My Assassin is one of the songs. Yeah. Pretty weird one, this one. Next one. Fantastic, one of my favorites. 90s, really that 90s hard sound, that grungy sound. L7 sound, 5-star. This is Sub Pop 182, came out in 1990, and it's Tad. This one is fantastic. It's Salem, backed with Wilt, and it's on a little bit darker blue. Very cool. Another great one. It's the Dwarfs. This one is not as punky as their other ones. In fact, side 2 is even a slower song. This is a 1993 Sub Pop 183, but it's a 5-star single. And it's a very cool looking one. Kind of a goldish yellow, but still looks cool with that yellow Sub Pop label. This next one is completely different than most of these others. It's House of Pain, and it's 2 different mixes of Shamrocks and Shenanigans. I give it 5 stars, and it's on green. And this is released in conjunction with Tommy Boy Records. This next one is Bewitched. This is fantastic. This is Sub Pop 199, and it's a male-female duo. It's a post-punk sound, but side 1 is just really funky. And this is a definite 5-star one. And it's on that clear yellow with the yellow Sub Pop label. Yeah, this one's really cool. Bewitched. What's it? Hey White Homie. That's a funky song, dude. This next one is Truly. Came out in 1993. It's Sub Pop 201. And side 1 is grunge. Side 2 is a rock sound with synthesizers. And it's got a classic rock guitar sound to it. But it's, I would give it a 4 stars, this one. Black vinyl. And we got this one, the SF Seals. This is Sub Pop 204. This came out in 1993, and this one I would give 5 stars to. It's alternative, and each side has a different female vocalist, and it's on a pinkish vinyl. And my last one, there's a big gap here. I believe this might have been a record store day, but this is Sub Pop 814, and this is Obits. I heard about this band from a guy in the VC. I don't think he makes videos anymore. He used to, young dude, I think he lived outside of Boston. I think he lived in Massachusetts, I believe, or Rhode Island. I don't know. Might have been Rhode Island. And he used to like this band. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. Side 1 is great song, great guitars. It's kind of got an REM sound. And side 2 is a Graham Nash cover. It's got this wannabe Obi strip. And really nice packaging. Take it out, and this is what the inner sleeve looks like, and you can see it. It's red vinyl, and the label is different. I don't know when they changed the label, but apparently they did. That one came out in 2009, so I have a big gap from 1993 to 2009. But that's all my Sub Pop 7 inches. I can't say 45s because some of these play at 33. But anyways, take care, everybody. Oh, you know what? I went to the movies today, and we saw The Mule, the new Clint Eastwood movie. I give it a thumbs up. But I think it was the oldest audience I've ever been in, at the movie theater. In fact, one of the other moviegoers called me Sonny, Take care, everybody. Happy New Year. I'll see you next year.